Привет из Дубая. С вами передача «ГолубьМира», где обсуждаем крутые навыки. Спрашиваем на английском, отвечаем на русском. Подтягивайте язык или смотрите перевод в тайм-кодах. Let's talk about social capital and let's start with the definition.
Social capital may be the heaviest and the same time the lightest weight thing in our universe. When you're saying or you're given promises and then keep your word or broke your word, people understand who you are. And sometimes you will hear from someone that his or her word could be put on the bank account. So this word is solid, and what is promised would be implemented in the life. And this is very important thing when you give words to the people and then you keep them. For example, a lot of businessmen, especially Warren Buffett, he always saying that if I will give promise, I will fulfill any requirement which I was already mentioned, but it is not easy to take the word from me.
And I can help but ask another question, which is actually like we mentioned that should be some sort of like a principles or rules in order to build the social capitals. So what other skills are actually required as the precursor in order to be aware of the social capital and actually develop it?
First, you should understand that you're surrounded by the people and they have some needs. And if you will listen to need of all people and you will give them promises, you will fail to fulfill them. You know, this is a disease of the Rocky. When you first time enter the office, a lot of people will ask you to help with something very small and easy, and you will gladly make it. And everyone will say, "Oh, come on, Maxim is quite a nice guy." But suddenly you will realize that you're already overloaded with these small tasks and you could not help anymore. But all the people around are they already used to your behavior and they wait until you will make it, and they will don't like when you will refuse or when you will say you have no time and you will say you have your job and you are busy. So you should have a measure how many time you should spend to build your social capital. And usually I say that do not spend on other people more than 20%, but to close people, because you couldn't help to any beggar on the street.
So when we talk about the social capital, what is the currency of it, and what are the principles and the fundamentals this currency is based on?
Nice question. When you're asking someone to borrow the money, people will refuse or they will say, "Come on, I will give you." And if you have a very strong social capital, they will give you all they have without any hesitation, because they think that you will definitely will give it back. But if you borrow from the people all the time, money or time or maybe some favors, they will refuse. They will say, "Come on, I have already give to him or to her several times, but there is no return. So there is no chance, no way, no profit for me to deal with."
And if we actually look into the people in the office, there might be some like a grumpy folks who actually are refusing to, like to do any helps, and they like to maybe gossip or whatever. Like they're not really approachable at all. So probably this might be the first level. And to people who are like a little sun, they, like they're full of energy. The moment that they smile, the moment that they talk, you really want to, like approach to them, and you feel like you actually own them a little. So what are the different levels and how to move from one to another?
First level, you should understand that you should be solid person, and you should be helpful, and you should know all your strengths. For example, you know how to work with Excel, with PowerPoint, how to prepare speech, how to train someone to go to make a pitch or something else. Second, you should understand that not all people which are ask you for the help really need it, because some people just want to give you the monkey. You remember this story? When you give someone's task, you put small monkey on his or her shoulder, and he or she should feed these all monkeys. If you will have too many monkeys on the shoulders, you will be not able to move. You will spend all your time and all your resources to feed the monkey and to be with them nice and friendly. And third, when you talk about how to be helpful, you should understand that you also should have a profit. And if you will build strong, reliable relations, they will take you up. By the way, take me up. This is the name of Italian dessert tiramisu.
Oh, this is quite nice. So in order to be more like a transactional person who actually cares about, like own benefit, or the person who is like really open to other people and might be like really helpful. So what could be the good balance, or maybe like a good proportion, depending on the person goal, in order to use the social capital efficiency?
Social capital should be first for the very first time accumulated. You should find the source of it. For example, you sometime will be asked for small favors, and this will cost you nothing. You will open the doors, you will make coffee, you will make translation, and no one will think that you are building your trustworship. But on the second level, you should think, what is it for me? This is a favorite radio for Americans. What is it for me? What will I get if I will accept this challenge, if I will answer for this question? And the third, you should understand that you should use a very special currency. You should sell your unworthy time to get the most benefits.
And again, like since we're talking about it as a capital, and I do believe it's like a very nice reference, how to actually avoid the bankruptcy, and whether it's like a different level of a bankruptcy, or it's like a overall devastating and probably could not be reputation could not be rebuilt. So this is the first question. And second one is how to avoid the inflation of the capital, when actually whatever the favors we do, people don't really appreciate it on the long term and run.
Let's talk about first. Maybe I'm wrong, but I will try. In English, there is a saying in the game all in, when I'm playing for all the money, yes?
Yes,
Never,
that's correct.
never play all in. Divide your capital for small portions and play not more than with 5%. And second, about inflation. There is an anecdote in Russian, депутат.
It's probably senator.
Senator comes to one very far located village and was asking for the people. We have, in the short term, we have elections, and I could help you with any questions you will ask. And people are asking him, first, we have no school. And the senator took this phone and was talking for 5 minutes, and suddenly he finishes his call, and he told to everyone, okay, it is managed, you will have your school. And suddenly the society, with small smiles on the faces, were challenging the senator. Yes, and second, we have no cell phone connection in this area.
Well, this is true enough. Sometimes you actually need to evaluate your possibilities with your worth, and usually it should be actually matching. So my last question will be how knowing about the social capital could help to make this world a better place.
You know, when we talk about money or gold, or about some, I don't know, some special gift from the life, we never think about it when we have lack of it. For example, you are coming to someone and saying, could you please give me a seat in the train, in the car? I really need to go to some other place. But everyone will say, come on, you are asking so many times, and this is quite a gain, and we will not believe you. Or for example, you will say, come on, let's collect money and I will install something in our garden, or maybe in our park. And everyone will say, come on, this was already several times you took the money, but you has done nothing. So you have no trust from the people, and they will not connect in any issues with you. So social capital is your ability to put your word on the VC,
Weights.
on the weights with your promises.
Репутация, как игра, никогда не ставьте все на красное. А мы рассмотрели навык социальный капитал и чем он полезен именно вам. Всем мира.